Hello friends. Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will talk about India's future energy commitments for sustainable development at the international level. We start with looking into major commitments, then move to outcomes that are envisaged through those commitments, then comes requirements of finance or investments, and finally we will touch up on what is missing. India's energy commitments are mainly related to 7 major areas, which are energy access, renewable energy, green hydrogen, solar PV manufacturing, biogas, ethanol and energy efficiency. First one is energy access. We have set a target to ensure sustained universal energy access by 2022. In this regard, there are 2 focus areas. One is clean cooking fuel. In India's case, it is LPG and electricity to all. Government of India has designed schemes for their fulfillment, which are Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana for LPG and Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana and Saubhagya scheme for electricity access. Access to electricity has already given phenomenal results like lesser kerosene consumption and reduction in carbon dioxide emission. Next comes renewable energy. We have set a target to increase the renewable energy installed capacity to 450 gigawatt by 2030 from the current level of 100 gigawatt. One of the main points to note here is that the plan includes a mix of renewable sources, which will be good for the power grid of the nation. Apart from it, there are various schemes or programs at national as well as state level to promote renewable energy in a big way in the country, which also include focus on decentralized renewable systems for rural areas. Then, we move to green hydrogen, a new entrant which has caught the eye of all countries, and India is also looking to it as a future energy source. We have set target of around 1 million tons of annual green hydrogen production by the year 2030. The present plans include 1. Development and implementation of National Hydrogen Energy Mission to scale up green hydrogen production and utilization across multiple sectors. And 2. Focus on creation of demand and market instruments, incentivizing indigenous manufacturing, development of the policy and regulatory framework, support for production and supply infrastructure, and public-private partnership in research and development for green hydrogen. Next comes solar PV manufacturing, which holds a lot of significance for India considering the impetus being given to solar PV power in the country. In this sphere, we have targeted to create additional 10,000 megawatts of integrated solar PV manufacturing capacity by 2025. Government of India has already approved the production-linked incentive scheme in November 2020 for high-efficiency solar modules, which focuses on increased manufacturing capacity, investments in research and development, and process improvements to achieve higher solar PV module efficiencies. Next is compressed biogas, for which the target is to create production capacity for 15 million metric tons of compressed biogas by 2024. To achieve this, the Government of India has already launched National Sustainable Alternative Towards Affordable Transportation Initiative in October 2018 to promote compressed biogas. Apart from this, public sector oil and gas marketing companies are inviting expression of interest for procurement of compressed biogas on a long-term basis. Also, RBI has included compressed biogas plants in priority sector lending. Central financial assistance or subsidy is available to set up compressed biogas plants to promote new projects. Next comes ethanol. We target to achieve 20% ethanol blending in petrol by ethanol supply year 2025 to 26. For this, a roadmap for sugarcane-derived ethanol blending in India 2020 to 25 was released recently to make E20 fuel available by April 2023. Next is energy efficiency. We aim to enhance energy efficiency in agriculture, buildings, industries, and transportation sectors while also promoting energy-efficient appliances equipment. To achieve this, the Roadmap of Sustainable and Holistic Approach to National Energy Efficiency or ROSHNI was released way back in 2019 and includes all current and potential areas of energy efficiency in each sector. Some of the schemes which play an important role in this regard are Perform, Trade and Achieve or PAT scheme, Street Lighting National Program, Standard and Labeling Scheme, and Energy Conservation and Building Code or in short ECBC. The plan is to extend PAT scheme to more sectors and Standard and Labeling Scheme to more appliances, ensure 100% LED street lighting, and ensure compliance with ECBC among others. Now we will see the expected outcomes of these commitments. These commitments will result in a lot of direct and indirect job creation in the nation, with a major portion coming from PV manufacturing, renewable capacity addition, and compressed biogas production, apart from reducing air pollution in the country and transboundary. Energy Access, in specific, will integrate more women in formal economic activities, apart from reducing premature deaths and morbidity due to indoor air pollution. Renewable capacity addition will result in decarbonization of electricity generation. Green hydrogen production will support indigenous supply chains including manufacturing of electrolysis. Renewable energy deployment and carbon emissions reduction from the hard-to-abate sectors. Solar PV manufacturing will infuse direct investment of about 17,200 crore rupees in projects and in materials such as solar glass, backsheets, and junction boxes. Compressed biogas will provide circular economy benefits in developing productive uses of organic waste streams, enhanced energy security, and increasing farmer incomes. Ethanol production will result in saving foreign exchange of over 30,000 crore rupees annually by a reduction in crude oil import and reducing carbon monoxide emissions by 30 to 50% and hydrocarbon emissions by 20%. Energy efficiency measures will reduce over 557 million tons of carbon dioxide by 2030. It will lead to reduced expenditure on energy, which could lead to improved competitiveness of industrial and agricultural sectors. Apart from this, such measures will result into reduced energy consumption levels and associated GHG emissions. Now we look into finance and investment requirements for energy commitments. Cost required for energy access will be covered by India's union budget and all marketing companies. Renewable capacity addition will require cumulative investment of 17 lakhs crore rupees, including cost for associated transmission and storage systems. Green hydrogen will require total investment of 1,50,000 crore rupees. For solar PV manufacturing, 5-year budgetary allocation of 4,500 crore rupees under the PLI scheme will be made. Approximately 2 lakhs crore rupees will be required for 5,000 compressed biogas plants. Energy efficiency measures will entail expenditure of approx 4,202.71 crore rupees from 2021 to 2022 to 2025 to 26 for agriculture, buildings, industries, and transportation sectors. Apart from this, around 8,000 crore rupees till 2024 will be required for LED street lighting. Government will promote low-cost finance, installment schemes, etc. to enable adoption of energy-efficient products by all socio-economic segments. Finally, we look into what is missing from the energy commitments. India has clearly refrained from providing any target to achieve net zero emission as of now, particularly by 2050. Also, India has chosen not to update its nationally determined commitments under Paris Agreement till date. India has no announcements on no new coal-powered plants or any deadline for entire coal fleet retirement. No target have been specified to move away from internal combustion engine-based vehicles or targets of electric vehicle, like 30% by 2030. Hope you got a good idea about India's future energy commitments at the international level. Comment below to share your views on how good are India's energy commitments and what more needs to be done for combating climate change or energy demand of the country. Also, comment below to tell us the topic on which you want to see videos from us. Like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel to see more such videos in future.